Hey, what's up everybody? We are back with another video. Today we are reviewing One Piece chapter 1037, and it was a banger. It was an amazing chapter. Pretty short, not a whole lot happened, but a lot happened. That doesn't make sense. So we return to Luffy and Kaido's fight up on the roof of Onigashima, and like I said, man, they're going at it. I still wouldn't necessarily have them as evenly matched. Luffy's getting some quality hits and Kaido's getting some quality hits, and I would say Kaido he still doesn't quite seem like he's taking it as serious as Luffy. I don't think Kaido has nearly as much at stake as Luffy does, of course, so that might be why, but he has acknowledged Luffy's strength, and he says, like, he's straight up said in the chapter, it's been a while since I've had a tough one-on-one fight like this. So at least he considers Luffy a worthy adversary. He's definitely he's not taking him for granted. He's not underestimating him, but you can tell he's definitely having a lot more fun with the fight than Luffy maybe is. And I think Luffy still got like a little bit of like trying to prove himself. You know, Kaido's drinking while they're fighting, and Luffy's like, don't use that as an excuse when you lose. Like, you know, don't get drunk and then say, oh, I lost because I was drunk. And Kaido's just like, nah, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna lose. Getting drunk isn't gonna make me any weaker. And that's pretty much the main portion of the chapter. We do get a little glimpse of some of the people down in the Flower Capital who are still partying, have not noticed the island floating above them yet. I don't understand, but nonetheless, they're having fun. The rest of the chapter, that's what pretty much has everybody's head spinning. So the rest of the chapter, we actually get to see the Gorosei back in Marijoa, and we see them kind of together talking as we normally see them, and they're talking about Wano, but they're also talking about other things that it's hard to tell whether it's related to Wano or not. But we essentially see two conversations, or hear two conversations from the Gorosei. The first one, they're talking about Robin. They're saying, you know, a fight between Big Mom and Kaido, people are bound to die unexpectedly. This is the perfect time to either capture or eliminate Nico Robin. So that's their goal right now between this fight between the Straw Hats and the Rebellion and the Red Scabbards against Big Mom and Kaido. Honestly, they seem less concerned about the potential alliance, I guess, between Big Mom and Kaido that they do about Nico Robin. They're more concerned about Nico Robin and where she ends up, and just making sure that she does not survive this battle, or if she does, she is in world government hands. So it seems like that's their main concern, which is interesting. Obviously, they don't want people to find the One Piece. They don't want people to, you know, read the poneglyphs, but at the same time, an alliance between Big Mom and Kaido is a pretty big deal, so you would expect that to be like their main focus, but apparently it's not. The second conversation that we hear, because that first conversation kind of cuts off, the second conversation that we hear between the Gorosei is them talking about a specific devil fruit, and they don't mention which one it is, of course, but basically they say that there's this devil fruit that hasn't awakened in centuries, and awaken, I think the way they use that term is kind of vague, because obviously we know about devil fruit awakenings, but I don't know if they're using it in that specific way, or if they're talking about an awakening in reference to like that nobody's had the devil fruit, or the devil fruit hasn't been used in centuries. It's hard to tell. Like I said, it's kind of vague, but they're talking about a specific devil fruit, and they're saying that like it's a legend, it hasn't been awakened in centuries, and they said that the devil fruit is so important that the world government gave it a different name, right? They changed the name, at least socially, of the devil fruit. But one thing that's important to note is that we know that when a person eats a devil fruit, they automatically know the name of the devil fruit in their heads as soon as they eat it. Like, as soon as Luffy ate the Gum Gum fruit, he knew it was the Gum Gum fruit. As soon as somebody eats any devil fruit, the minute they eat it, they know what fruit it was, and they know what it can do. They may not necessarily know how to use it, but they know what it is. At least they know the name of it. So if the devil fruit is still in existence, which I'm assuming it is, we haven't seen any evidence of devil fruits being destroyed forever. So the devil fruit that they're talking about is most likely still out there somewhere, and it's probably in Wano. And the reason why I say that is because as they're talking, as they're having this conversation, they cut back to the oceans outside of Wano, where all the world government ships are approaching. It's interesting the fact that they say the world government changed the devil fruit's name, right? Because theoretically that's impossible. You can call it something else, but like I said, when a person eats a devil fruit, they know what it's called. So the only way that the name of the devil fruit hasn't been revealed, the real name, is if A, nobody has it right now, B, nobody knows where it is, or C, the person who does have it doesn't know that it's called something else. I think that pretty much narrows down Wano. That only leaves a few countries as an option because Wano is isolated. So anybody in Wano who has a devil fruit wouldn't know what anybody else calls it. All they know is what they call it and what it's called there in Wano. And for the most part, even though we've seen devil fruits in Wano, most people in Wano don't have devil fruits, nor do they know what they are, right? Like, I think Shinobu, when she had hers, and Kinemon, they were calling it like sorcery or like some type of magic. Like they didn't even know it was called a devil fruit. So it's very likely that this fruit that has some other name is actually in Wano, and the person who has it doesn't know what the rest of the world calls it. This video is going to be pretty short, and the reason why is because what happens next is I have to talk about it in a different video. Like the theories they're going crazy right now. But what happens next is, as we see the ships, the world government ships outside of Wano in the ocean, and as we hear the Gorosei having this conversation about this devil fruit, the people on the world government ships see a shadow in the sky, a big black shadow, and they don't know what it is, and they're freaking out. And then finally the shadow cuts through the clouds, and they realize what it is, and it's something, it's huge. It's a very huge special guest that's pulling up to Wano right now. It's a living creature. It's not the Grand Fleet, it's not the red hair pirates, it's not the Blackbeard pirates, it's not the Marines, it's not the other Big Mom pirates, it's not anybody who anyone expected. It's Zunisha. So the giant elephant that's carrying Zoe on its back is pulling up to Wano. Like Zunisha is just walking up to Wano right now, and that's where the chapter ends. So as you might imagine, a lot of people are kind of like confused, and most of the anime or the One Piece community specifically is like freaking out right now, trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Now, because of the scene that Oda paints here, where we're hearing this conversation with the Gorosei while seeing these world government ships looking up at Zunisha walking towards Wano, it's implied, I don't even know if it's implied, but to me it's implied that this devil fruit that the world government is talking about has something to do with Zunisha. Again, the devil fruit having a different name or being called something else narrows the location of it down to mostly just Wano or some other isolated country, which as far as we know of is just Wano. So the fact that Zunisha, who also has a connection to Wano, clearly all these different things are sort of converging at once. So whatever this devil fruit is there's no way of knowing if it's super powerful, because again, whoever has it probably doesn't really know what they have, but it's clear that it's going to be very important in the future. So I mean, yeah, that's that's the chapter. I mean, I thought of like 3 different theory videos immediately as soon as I read it, so those will be coming soon, hopefully. But yeah, man, that was it. Crazy chapter. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. Please subscribe to see more content from me. And like I said in my last video, I do read other mangas and watch other anime, so if you want to see videos on those too, let me know. Drop the name down in the comment section, and I'll either check it out if I haven't read or watched it already, or I'll start making videos on it. So alright, thanks.